Hello everyone and welcome back to Capacity TV. We're at the Schneider Electric booth here at Datacloud Global Congress 2026. I'm Amber Jackson. I'm delighted to be joined by Schneider Electric's very own Rob Bunger. Rob, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you, sure.
So obviously last year Schneider Electric acquired Motivair, now Motivair by Schneider Electric. What are some of the major trends that you're seeing after that acquisition around liquid cooling and the cooling market in general?
So, for sure, and I think it's obvious to everybody that, things have accelerated. Luckily when Motivair became a part of our family, they were starting to expand, and we were able to help accelerate that with factory in Buffalo. And we've already been able to, take the products and the expertise they have and start expanding that into our factory in Italy as well as India.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what cooling architecture do you see being adopted the most with neoclouds, obviously a hot topic at the moment, and hyperscalers as well?
Right. So from a liquid cooling perspective, direct to chip water is for sure the de facto standard, right? I think if you were to rewind, 5 years, there was a lot of exploration with different liquid cooling technologies. But the industry really settled out on, water direct to chip, for liquid cooling. There's still a fair amount of air cooling that happens. And, I would say from that perspective, like fan walls and the data center doing that. But another product that the Motivair family brought to us was rotor heat exchangers, which again is a great solution to be able to capture that heat right next to the rack. And so that's going well. So, it's a bit of a portfolio, but that's what we see happening.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And last week, I believe you were in Buffalo with TerraWolf.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about how Schneider has worked with them to build out their AI data center campus?
Yeah, so TerraWolf is really building quite a campus, a very large campus to support some neoclouds and AI data centers, and for sure. So Motivair, luckily being right there, is able to provide rotor heat exchangers for them, as well as liquid cooled CDUs to build out that. And of course, from the power side, Schneider's been able to provide a lot of the UPS infrastructure that they have for the solution.
That's great. And let's talk more about power.
Yeah.
So how is that transition from 800 VTC changing data center power designs?
Right. So most people know the data center architecture is all AC, right? So low voltage, 400 volts here, 480 in the US to the rack. And as we look at the next evolution of what the chip makers are coming out with and the rack architectures, 800 volt DC kind of solves some problems that are happening at the rack level. In order to get the power levels required for the next kind of cluster inside the rack, boosting up the voltage to 800 volts DC and getting those power supplies out of the servers and then into an adjacent rack is how they're able to get the next level of performance for GPUs. So then ask the question, great, we have something that requires 800 volts DC. What do we do for that? And so you've heard a lot of people talk about sidecars. And so you can kind of think of it as just a big power supply for one or a few racks. And so it has the rectification from AC to DC. It has some energy storage, both in BBUs, battery backup units, or CBUs, which are capacity units. And this whole solution, the sidecar, together with the AI racks, is kind of a drop-in-place solution into an existing data center and a new data center. So because it has AC input. So the good thing is it's like very retrofittable. Because the early conversations we've had with customers, how do I prepare my data center for 800 volt DC? But the good news is, the sidecar solution with the industry is settled on is a easy way to get started.
Great.
Yeah.
And we've got a great background for this interview today. Are you able to talk about what this is?
Yeah, sure. So this is one of Motivair's floor mount CDUs, for anybody that's not used to cooling technology, this thing is the pumping system that delivers the water to the chips, right down the road to the chips. And so I kind of think of it, in my electrical mind, that it's the transformer. So most buildings, data centers, have regular old facility chilled water loops, but that water is not the right quality or temperature for the chips. And so this basically is an intermediary so that the it makes sure everything's at the right pressure, the flow, the right chemistry, and the right temperature for the chips. And so a lot of pipes here. And,
Absolutely.
I'm not going to point anything out. The filtration system.
Yeah.
There's the facility water in and the secondary fluid out, and multiple sizes of these, going from rack mount units, which will serve just one rack, all the way up to a 2.5 megawatt unit for a row of racks, a large row of racks.
Well, it sounds like Schneider has got plenty of exciting things to come. So, Rob, thank you so much for your time and talking to us.
Sure, thank you.